All right, Angela, thanks. And of course, the ongoing drought is having quite an effect on our lakes and reservoirs as well. Lake Tahoe's water level has been dropping gradually, especially in the last couple of days with all the heat we've been getting. As Paul Nelson explains, this year had the lowest rise in water levels in Lake Tahoe's recorded history.
Sand Harbor is packed with people getting out of the heat and into the water.
Mid-80s, crystal blue water, family here, the wind in your face. There's nothing better than Lake Tahoe, especially for us out-of-staters.
Lake Tahoe is still about 1.5 feet above its natural rim, but dropping. The water level is more than 2 inches lower than it was 2 weeks ago. In the last couple of days, it dropped 4 times faster than it had been up until then.
Over the past few years, it's just gotten hotter and hotter. Like the sun just beats down harder, and it's just gotten lower and lower. Like when I was a kid, it was so much higher.
The rise in the lake level was its lowest ever this year. On average, it rises 1.3 feet between April 1st and the peak. It only rose 1.5 inches this year. In fact, it's half a foot lower than last October. It normally rises 2.25 feet during that time.
We had a guess that we were going to have a pretty lean year, and the water wasn't going to rise like it normally would after a good year.
According to the U.S. Drought Monitor, most of southern Nevada is in an exceptional drought. A big chunk of the north is seeing an extreme drought, including Lake Tahoe. Our nearby reservoirs are also getting low. Boca is only a little more than half of capacity. Officials say in a couple of weeks it could get too low to help meet the required Truckee River flows. Back at Sand Harbor, the boat ramp will close for the summer Sunday night.
I've seen it worse, but it's pretty bad, and I'm pretty bummed that they're closing the boat ramp. That has an effect, and I love to jump off the rocks and stuff, and so it's kind of sad when it's too low. You can't do any of that.
Covering the story, Paul Nelson, 2 News.
Yeah, jumping off the rocks, that's half the fun. Now, at this rate, Tahoe's level is expected to drop below the rim in mid-October, mostly because of evaporation. And there is still a lot of drought reserves for water use. Officials say the drought is mainly affecting agriculture and power generation.